Hey, what's up everybody? It is Chef Joe with Chef Gone Carnivore, and today I'm posting a video showing you how to render bacon fat. Now you may already render bacon fat, and if you do, that's great. But you may want to watch this video just so you can have your bacon fat look like mine. Notice that it is perfectly white and zero bacon sand. Now, a lot of bacon fat I see people rendered doesn't look like that. It's usually brown. Some shade of brown. It's got a bunch of like sandy bacon bits in the bottom. It kind of smells. This one, all it smells like is some smokiness and real subtle bacon flavor. By having a bacon fat that has been filtered, you can actually enjoy the like smoky richness of bacon without making whatever you're cooking taste like bacon. I don't want the person that I'm cooking for to eat a steak that I seared in a cast iron pan with bacon fat to taste it and be like, wow, this steak tastes just like bacon. I want them to say like, oh wow, this is really good. This is different than what I'm used to. There's like a little smokiness to it. It's good. Yeah, that's what the bacon fat should be doing. I don't want everything to taste like bacon. I just want the qualities of bacon that I love to kind of come into the dishes that I'm cooking in fun, delicious ways. Anyways, let me show you how I approach rendering bacon fat. So, what I use here is a regular old coffee filter and a regular old mason jar. Now, if you don't have a mason jar, you can certainly use whatever container you want. I think it is a convenient way to do it because it's really easy to set in the filter like that, and then I just put on half of the rim of the lid, and that holds my filter in place, so I can just pour the grease right into here, and then it'll filter in to the jar. So anyways, now that I have this set up, I'm just gonna wait for this bacon to start rendering fat, and then as it renders fat, I'm just gonna pour it right into this jar. So basically what I do is I just, right from the sheet tray, I just put it over the jar, and then I just fill up this little pocket of coffee filter that I made. I don't want to fill it up too much or else it'll spill out the sides. Looks like I'll be able to fit it all right into that. You want to do this part while the fat is hot, because the hot fat will pour off of this sheet pan a lot easier. It'll go through the coffee filter a lot easier, and you'll just get a better yield off of this. So you could sit here for a while and get the last few drops off of it, but at a certain point, it just becomes a matter of if the juice is worth the squeeze, you know? Like, I can maybe get an extra half teaspoon maybe out of the rest of this fat, but how long is it going to take me to get that? Well, kind of depends on what's your time worth. But I'm happy with that. We'll call that good. So we're going to let this fat continue to drip through. It's already quite a bit through. You can see there, this is what we got out of one pack of bacon, thick cut bacon. Looks like there's probably about 12 slices or so in there. That has a little bit more to go, and then I'll show you what we got out of the yield. All right, so here's what we ended up with for one pack of bacon, that brand. Different brands will have different fat contents and will render different amounts, so it's not going to be exact every time. But basically, this is just under a half cup of bacon fat. I'm going to label it, date it for today. And I will keep mine in the fridge if I haven't used it up already for about 6 months. I could probably go longer than that, but I throw 6 months on it just in case it gets lost in the fridge somewhere. And if I cook bacon again this week, I'll just pour it right on top and just add to it that way. If it's more than a few weeks from now, next time I cook bacon, I'll start a new jar. That way I'm not mixing things of different ages. But you can see that out of one pack, we got about a half cup of bacon fat, and this will be great for searing steaks and roasts, and for sauteing, and for eggs, and whatever I need cooking oil for. So there you go. So this is the same jar that you saw in the video. You'll notice it's about twice as full as it was there. Well, that's because 4 or 5 days later, after making that pan of bacon, I made another one. And so the bacon was already cold and white like this in the fridge, and I just pulled it out and just poured the new one, hot bacon grease, right on top. So as long as I'm cooking it within a couple of weeks of the original, I'll pop it in the same jar. If it's after that, like it's the following month, I don't put it in the same jar. I put it in a separate jar, and then I just rotate it because I just don't want, I want to know how old the fat is. So in several months, I know that this whole thing is several months old, and it's not like some of this is 2 weeks old, some of it's 2 months old. Like, that's not what I want. So it's really easy just to keep adding to the jar you have, and then I just label it so I know when I made it. Anyways, I hope that this video was helpful for those of you who are wanting to either improve the taste and quality of the bacon fat you're rendering currently, or who aren't rendering bacon at all and we're hoping to be able to start utilizing that as a part of your carnivore diet. It's really easy. Don't throw away bacon fat. It's very useful. You've already paid for it with the bacon. You might as well keep it and use it as your cooking fat. So anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe, and you'll see some of the other videos that I'll be posting, including one of the videos I'm going to do is showing how I did the sheet tray bacon. That bacon kicks butt. It's the best. That's how I cook bacon almost all the time. I can show you the method that I use, how long I keep it in the oven, how often I turn it, things like that to get perfect bacon. And also, it renders the most fat of any of the methods that I've tried before. So if you're looking for a video like that, or the other ones I do, then go ahead and subscribe. That way you know when they are posted. And yep, thanks again, and take it easy. Take it easy.